Hi, my name is Jan. Many years ago, when I was still a journalist, I went to Africa for the first time, alone. It wasn't the kind of trip of safari camps, but rather I had to travel through some of the remotest regions and the most dangerous roads in the world. I was very nervous, of course, having read so many scary stories about the Dark Continent. And one day I was wandering around in a township in East Africa, and I saw a group of young men sitting around. I quickened my footsteps. Then suddenly one of them called out, "Hey you," he said. "Do you know Kung Fu?" What? Do I know Kung Fu? What sort of question is that? I thought. Do they think every Chinese man or woman know Kung Fu? But instead of walking away, I decided I'm going to have a little bit of fun with them. So I turned around and struck a post and said, "Well, of course I know Kung Fu, and don't you mess with me." They all just laughed so hard. And then they asked me again, "Do you know Jackie Chan?" I told them everything I possibly knew about Jackie Chan and more. They loved these stories and invited me to join them for lunch. Later on, they even taught me how to dance to the African music. It turned out to be one of the best days I've ever had. You see, stories, especially with a little bit humor, transcend gender, race, and culture. Okay, I'm not being naive here because real danger exists in places like Africa. But when we tell the stories of our daily lives, we can develop cross-cultural understanding and bring peace and tolerance to the world. Speaking of storytelling, we know Hollywood has produced some of the best storytellers. Recently, I've watched Kung Fu Panda again. When the series first came out, it prompted some serious debates in China. Did the movie represent Chinese or American? And what's the Chinese culture really like? In the end, all these questions became irrelevant because there are some things are just universal, like laughter, pain, inner peace. And for the movie, it has simply placed all these elements within a Chinese context to help us understand each other on a human level. So next time when you meet someone from a different culture, share a story with him or her. What you say can be important, but how you say it also matters. And in next episode, this is exactly what I will share with you. So stay tuned and see you next time.